Guyana's mangrove restoration project has been ongoing for more than a decade, and its success thus far was clearly manifested recently during activities to mark International Day for the Conservation of Mangrove Ecosystems this year. The day was highlighted by a mangrove odyssey organized by the National Agriculture Research and Extension Institute NARI in collaboration with the Environmental Management Consultants Foundation EMC, all part of efforts to bring awareness to the importance of mangroves. The Mangrove Odyssey took the form of an early morning walk along the seawall from Turkine to Ogle on the east coast of Demerara, an event that was led by Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa, accompanied by government officials and the members of the diplomatic community. The walk allowed for visual appreciation of the success enjoyed thus far with the mangrove restoration effort. That included the use of modern land reclamation technologies that have accelerated the regrowth of the mangroves. In remarks to mark the occasion, Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa underscored the importance of mangroves in preserving Guyana's local ecosystem while acting as a natural sea defense.
I want to recognize the importance of mangrove and government's commitment to the restoration of our mangrove. In Guyana, this is one of the areas. Today, we are physically here, but across this country, we have almost a dozen areas that we are working to restore mangrove, to do training, because it's very important for us. And we as a government recognize it. It's been identified in our LCDS 2030, the importance of mangrove. And we know all the importance, what is the purpose of mangrove. And I want to commend EMC and NARI for the collaboration they have been showing over the years to work in a partnership to build this area and other areas across our country. I know for a fact that EMC has put a lot of work in this area. I want to commend them.
Minister Mustafa said that while the efforts thus far have been successful, he would like to see a wider involvement by stakeholders, such as the private sector.
And I want to also ask that other private sector bodies come on board. We must not only look at government allocations and some other and want to cooperate entities. We must do this thing in a partnership, because for us, climate change is real today. When we used to have before 2 inches of rainfall in a 2-month period, we're having 6 and 7 inches of rainfall in 2 hours. And we have to prepare for that. And these are things that help us, the mangrove and the ecosystem help us to effectively combat climate change. We know for a fact that we are living in a region which are very vulnerable, the second most vulnerable region in the world, and we must be prepared. So this morning I want to thank each and every one of you. I want to commend EMC for the work they have been doing, and I know for a fact I have been having discussion regularly with Sham, and they will continue to support ventures like these, and hopefully we can have other corporate bodies and private sector. High Commissioner, I want to thank you personally for coming out this morning and show your support. Ms. Yasin from UN. This shows the importance of mangrove restoration and the mangrove ecosystem in our country. Government over the years, since I became Minister of Agriculture, I know for a fact that we have expended more than $500 million in the restoration and the development of our mangrove system. That shows government's commitment, what we are doing as a government. But as I said, we can't do it by ourselves. We need that partnership. We need that collaboration. I am happy to see so many organizations on board this morning. I want to thank you, commend you, and let us ensure that this be a regular feature, not only where NARI or EMC organizing these activities, but let us ensure that we bring other organizations across this country, because we could do these simultaneously across this country. While we are doing it here in Ogo, we can do it simultaneously in Berbice, in Essequibo, and other parts of the country to highlight the importance of mangrove.
Also offering remarks at the event was head of the EMC Foundation, Mr. Sham Nokta.
First of all, let me thank all of you for coming so early, on time, and participating in this event. I see a lot of organizations who have been involved and still continue to be involved in mangrove conservation, mangrove management, and it's really refreshing to see that the partnerships and the interest and the excitement is still there. And that's been the focus of the EMC Foundation, to try to raise awareness about environmental issues. We've been working with NARI for a couple of years now on several initiatives. You would have, on this walk, you would have seen the seawall mural, and right behind us is a very informative mangrove sign. And we hope to work with NARI, with the Sea Defense Board, and other stakeholders to really enhance this area, to make it a zone for recreation, as it already is, but also for awareness about the environment, about conservation, and especially now where we're seeing, after many years, the mangroves coming back along the foreshore. So today's event, which is to celebrate World Mangrove Day, bringing this team out here to raise awareness about this specific location, but importantly about the need to protect, to conserve mangroves, is something that we are very passionate about at the EMC Foundation, and we look forward to working closely with many of the partners that are represented here today and some who are not here today. I want to recognize Minister for the commitment and leadership that he continues to show with regard to not only agriculture development, but to the ecosystems, the mangroves, and two of our other partners that we work closely with, the UN, Ms. Yassim, and of course, Jane from the British High Commission. So with the many partners we have here today, we want to continue to work with you to raise awareness, to try to get more people to come out into these natural sites, to enjoy nature, to have fun.
British High Commissioner to Guyana, Ms. Jane Miller, OBE, also offered remarks.
I don't need to say why mangroves are important. You've already read it on the poster, whether it's for protecting the seawall or whether it's for just the amazing ability for them to sequester the carbon. But for me, I just love it for the nature. I'm from the UK, you all know that, but one thing the UK we are famous for is our bird watching, and we're called twitchers. In other words, we love going out early in the morning to go and see birds. And you'll find many British people will spend a lot of money on a holiday just to see birds. And you have a tourism product right on the doorsteps of Georgetown. So huge congratulations for you for making this such a lovely walk. And there's so much more that can be developed. So I'd just like to say, we need to protect our mangroves. I think it's super the work the EMC is doing. I was with them recently where they're working with young children from schools, helping them recognize the importance of mangroves. It's more than just something that they drive past. It is important for the environment, and it's important for the future economy of the country. So it's lovely to see you all this morning. Happy World Mangrove Day, and I look forward to seeing you another time when we actually venture through the mangrove. I was just telling my colleagues I used to love a mangrove walk that we used to do in Tanzania, where there was a little decking that used to walk across through the mangrove, and you'd look down and you'd see lots of frogs and little crabs, and then you'd see all the birds and the trees and the monkeys, and you'd go out to the water. So it'd be a lovely tourism product to think about in future. But this is lovely, so thank you very much. It's a lovely morning.
The event also included bird watching, games, and an exhibition aimed at highlighting the importance of mangroves.